Kyle, sorry that I came in late. I had a lot of work assigned to me at the office today. How do you feel now?
I feel pains all over my body.
I'm sorry about that. You will be all right. I spoke with the doctor, and he promised they were doing their best to help you recover.
Mom, has the doctor made any diagnosis? Because how can they treat what they do not know?
No, they haven't discovered what it is yet. But you'll recover because I believe so. I know that I just arrived, but I have to go.
Mom, you just got here. Do you really have to go? I've been alone all day. Won't you spend some time with me?
My dear, I wish I could. But unfortunately, I can't. If we had family members around, I would have asked anyone available to come and keep you company. This is a difficult moment for us, but by the grace of God, we'll get through it. I'm sorry that I'm leaving you again, but I should go home and put some things in order. I'll come back to be with you when I can. Is that okay?
All right. I hope to see you soon.
Ma'am, good evening. Is there a problem?
I understand that it's strange to see me standing in front of your home, but I had no other option, since I desperately needed to see you. I've been waiting for you to get back.
I hope all is well. Why is it so important that you met me?
I don't know how you'll feel about this, but I've been put in a difficult position, and now I need to retrieve this property.
What? What do you mean by retrieve this property? Are you actually referring to my home?
Yes. I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but I have to take it back. I'm currently involved in a court case, and the only way out for me is through this property. I want to hand it over and set myself free.
Where will I go with my son if you take away our home? I thought you gave us the house to keep permanently?
Because of your husband's niceness, I had pity and gave it to him when he needed it. I didn't say it was permanent. Besides, I expect you to have enough resources now to get yourself a comfortable home.
Truly, I should have enough to get us a comfortable home, but I've spent most of our savings on my son's treatment, and I have no idea when, or if he'll get better, because the doctors haven't been able to diagnose him.
I'm so sorry. I heard about the sickness.
Please, for my son's sake, spare us this property. Have pity on me, a helpless widow. Deep down, I'm still grieving for my husband. And now I'm battling to keep my son alive and healthy. If you take away our home, how can I cope?
I honestly wish I didn't have to do this, but I already signed the document. The only way you can keep the house is if the court decides to let it go. But that is almost impossible. You have 1 month to leave, before they take over the property.
Stephanie, we have very important clients coming in this morning, and as the head of the marketing department, I expect you to have a captivating and well-detailed plan for your presentation.
Yes, sir. Everything is in place, and I'm ready to take the presentation.
Are you sure? 'Cause your facial expression says otherwise. Listen, your last presentation was a disaster, but I let it slide because of everything you were going through at home. But this time, history cannot repeat itself. If you know that you're not in the right frame of mind to present the project this morning, please step down for anyone else in your team to take the lead.
No, sir. I've spent time getting ready for this presentation, so I'll take it. Everything will be fine. I promise.
If you insist, it's all right. All I want is to get this clad. Remember, they're very important. We mustn't lose them.
Stephanie, I learned you'll be presenting in a few minutes to the most important clients we've had in a long time.
Yes, that is true. I already went through all my slides and everything is in place.
After everything you told me this morning, I suggest you let someone else take the presentation. I mean, you're going through a lot right now, and that may affect your effectiveness in delivering desired results.
I do not want to give the impression that I cannot do my job well, because of my family challenge. If I step down, who knows, I might be replaced permanently.
I'm just saying. It might be for your own good.
Thanks for the advice. I'll do my job as expected. In conclusion, we've presented a comprehensive solution tailored to your needs, showcasing our expertise and commitment to excellence. We're confident that our partnership will drive mutual growth and success. Thank you for considering our proposal. We're excited to collaborate and look forward to a fruitful relationship.
Thank you for the presentation. While we appreciate the effort, we have concerns about the implementation timeline and budget allocation. Specifically, we're worried that the proposed timeline might be too aggressive, and the budget might not align with our current financial projections. Can you revisit these aspects and provide alternative solutions?
Sir?
Don't you have anything to say? I was told you're the head of the marketing department, which means you're in the best position to respond to my concerns.
Sorry for the delay, sir. I'm sure she'll come up with a solution very shortly.
To be honest, I'm really disappointed at you. Your organization came highly recommended, but from what I've seen today, you're not what you say you are.
Stephanie, can you quickly respond to our client's concerns?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what to say. I didn't prepare to entertain questions. I've run out of ideas.
Go to my office and wait for me. What was that?
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't expect the client to ask me questions.
This is exactly what I was preventing when I told you to let someone else step in, but you insisted. Now, your stubbornness has cost me my biggest client.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect any of these to happen.
But I warned you ahead of time. None of these would have happened if you listened to me. I hope you know the implication of your action. This is his first time of attempting to do business with us, but I guess it'll also be his last.
It's barely 1 year since I lost my husband. Now, I'm trying to save my son's life. On top of that, my home of 8 years is about to be taken away from me. All of this is overwhelming. I'm sorry that I failed to deliver as expected, but I couldn't sit back and give the impression that I can no longer do my job by letting someone else do it in my stead. That was why I insisted on doing the presentation myself.
Your family affairs is not my concern. Should my business suffer loss because you're going through hard times? In fact, you are fired. Go get your things and leave my premises.
I should have listened to their advice. None of these would have happened. No, if I lose my job, how will I continue to pay for my son's treatment? And how will I get us a home? I must correct my mistakes. I have to find a way to meet this client and convince him that we're reliable. And I must do it today. I'm sure I'll retain my job if I get the client.
I cannot believe this. Isn't that the lady from the failed advertising agency? What is she doing here?
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt your meal, but it's very important that you give me audience.
Are you following me? Is that how you treat your potential clients?
No, I'm not following you. I'm here to apologize for earlier. I couldn't respond to your questions because I was overwhelmed with emotions and stress, and that was very unprofessional of me. I'm sorry, please forgive me.
So, what can I do for you?
If you gave me a minute, I can convince you that we're the best in our field, and working with us will be the best decision you'll ever make.
Your time starts now. Let me hear what you have to say.
Thank you. I got us the mega deal. My boss must be very impressed with me. I'm sure he didn't mean it when he said I was fired. And even if he did, at least I've recovered what we lost, which was why I was fired in the first place. I'll show up, he'll welcome me back, and everything will return to what it used to be. The last thing that can happen to me right now is to lose my only source of income, with my child in the hospital, and no roof over our heads. Good morning, sir.
What? What are you doing here?
Sir, I'm reporting to work, like I've done every day for the past few years.
Wasn't I clear when I said you were fired? I do not want to see you anywhere around this facility ever again.
But I finally got the client. I did everything within my power to get the deal that led to my dismissal.
It doesn't change anything. You're not welcome here anymore.
Sir, I really need this job. My son is currently in the hospital, and I need to get us a home because we're about to lose our previous one. This job is the only good in my life right now. Please, for the sake of my son, can I keep my job? I promise to keep my emotions in check at all times, and deliver exceptional service.
I will not have this conversation again. Leave my facility, now. Madam, can I speak to you for a minute?
Doctor, how's my son? Is he making progress with his recovery?
Like you already know, we're managing his condition by treating the symptoms, until we're able to diagnose him. But for now, we need you to set off some of the bills so that we can continue treatment.
Please, continue to do your best for my child. He's all I have. I will pay off the bills as soon as I'm able to.
You know we don't run this hospital with promises, right? Your payment guarantees your commitment. If you do not make any deposit, we'll not administer further treatment until you do so.
Please. Do not let anything happen to my son. I promise to pay soon. All I can do now is reach out to my colleagues to see if anyone would help me. I must do all I can, for my son's sake. Stephanie? What do you want from me? Rebecca, we haven't been in good terms for a while now, even though I do not know why, but I'm in a difficult situation and I need your help. Are you being serious right now? You mean to tell me you do not know why we're not in good terms? Anyway, I know the only reason you'll come to my house is because you need my help. But unfortunately, I cannot help you. Please, don't say no to me. At least hear me out and find out how difficult my situation is. I cannot help you, that's it. Just like that? Did I offend her? Auntie, good evening.
Stephanie, you were smiling at me today. Really?
Auntie, please, I really need your help.
I knew it. I knew there was a reason behind the fake smile. Stephanie, I'm sorry but I can't help you.
Auntie, please, if you reject me, I don't know who else to approach.
That's your cup of tea. If you have no one to help you, then you brought it upon yourself. Have you forgotten the times you treated me like I meant nothing? Why am I important to you now? Anyways, I heard your son has been in the hospital. How's he now? Extend my regards to him. I'm wishing him speedy recovery.
Susan, you will not believe how many people I've tried to ask for help and they turned me down without hesitation. Can you believe that Rebecca slammed her door in my face? My aunt wouldn't even let me say anything. Elizabeth, on the other hand, told me off. Yet these are people that are supposedly my family and friends.
I'm not surprised at all. If you were in their shoes, you wouldn't blame them for doing that. Remember, Matthew 7:12, so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law and the prophets. Luke 6:38-39, give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. I guess you're reaping the seed you've sown.
What? Are you saying I treated them badly?
No, I think it was worse. Maybe you should take some time to reflect on your experiences with them in the past. That will give you a better perspective. Think about Elizabeth.
Isn't that Elizabeth? Let me speak to her. Elizabeth, long time. I didn't know you lived in this city.
Wow, Stephanie, I'm surprised you recognized me, in spite of all the years.
Of course I'd recognize you, despite your fat face. Well, you've always been on the big side, so I'm not surprised. Where are you headed?
I'm going to Wellington Street. I have an interview with one of the companies there.
Oh, you have an interview? You shouldn't show up late at your interview. You know? You have to make a good first impression.
Of course, that's why I was looking out for a bus.
Then I guess I'll see you around. I hope she wasn't expecting me to give her a lift. I wouldn't offer a lift to my interview candidate. Finally, you're here. It took you forever to get here. What is it? Why do you look surprised?
I'm surprised because you're here. Since you knew we were headed in the same direction, you could have offered me a ride so I'd get here faster.
May I remind you that I'm your interviewer? Just because we used to be classmates, doesn't mean we're still in the same class. Obviously, life has redistributed us. You may have been smarter than me in school, or performed better back in the day, but I'm ahead of you now. Would you expect your interviewer to give you a ride? If I do that, people may question my judgment.
I totally understand your concerns, and I'm sorry for suggesting that.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
What a life. I wouldn't have believed that despite all your dressing up, you're just a job hunter. How come you're still jobless?
Let's say I've not been lucky when it comes to finding a job. I searched for some time after graduation without any luck. After a while, I got one which wasn't befitting, but I needed it to gain experience and fend for myself. Recently, I decided to move here and search for better opportunities.
I'm shocked. After all your seriousness in school, you mean that didn't do anything for you? Unbelievable. That's life for you. You cannot tell what the future holds. But it looks like some things haven't changed at all. It appears you still eat a lot. I'll advise you consider dieting, so that you'll get in shape.
Thanks for the advice. Can we get into the interview now?
I'm still the one in charge here. I decide how this interview goes, and you do not have the right to question my authority. You should address me as Madam.
I'm sorry, Madam. I will not interrupt you again.
You know what? That's it. I'm done here. You do not qualify for this job. You can now take your leave.
What? Just like that? But I said I'm sorry. I was only concerned with you body shaming and mocking me. Please, give me a chance to have this job. I need it.
I said it's over. You cannot be in my team, and that's final. All right, I admit that I was wrong. I could have done better. But what about Rebecca? She stopped talking to me several months ago, and slammed the door in my face today. What about her?
Seriously? Do you not remember also? Her daughter had cerebral malaria almost a year ago. What was your experience with her regarding that?
What experience? It's unfortunate that the sickness turned her daughter to a special needs child. What do I have to do with that?
Think about the words you said to her.
Doctor, do something about my daughter's condition. I cannot watch my previously healthy child stay in a vegetative state. I'm willing to pay any amount to see her recover. Please, help me.
I understand your plight, but I've done all that is within my power. Her condition deteriorated before she was brought to the hospital.
Are you saying she'll remain in that state for the rest of her life?
No, recovery is possible, but the extent and speed varies. With sufficient rehabilitation, she can recover and go on to lead a normal life. Time will tell.
Rebecca, why have you been sad all day? Did something happen? My daughter's condition has gotten worse. The malaria got to her brain and now, She's a vegetable. What? That's cerebral malaria. It's terrible. I know a friend whose child suffered from that in the past, and it was basically the end of his life. He never recovered from it. Well, I was so scared that my daughter will remain that way, but the doctor said there is hope for her. He recommended extensive rehabilitation, which will begin in a few weeks when her condition is stable. He's giving you false hope because he knows it'll make you less worried, but it's not the truth. The boy I'm talking about never recovered from the sickness till date. I've also heard other stories of people who suffered cerebral malaria. Once the damage is done to the brain, it's irreversible. Are you trying to make me feel worse? No, I'm being logical and sincere with you, so that you won't waste your time believing that your daughter will get better, because she won't. In cases like hers, there's no recovery. What I'm saying is factual. In fact, I'd advise you to try and have another child. This is why I disagree with people who do not have a lot of children. Assuming you had more than one, you'll have other children to look onto, and not worry that you have to write this one off. Who said anything about writing my daughter off? I will not write her off no matter what. It's bound to happen. I understand you're having difficulty accepting your current reality. It's a difficult situation to embrace, but it's the truth, and I'm sorry about it. Stephanie, did I commit a crime by telling you about my daughter's condition? No. Why? Why have you been telling everyone that my child is an imbecile? And then you refer to me as a childless woman, when I have a daughter. For what reason? But she has a severe intellectual disorder. She's practically disabled. Of what use is she to you? Do you realize that you are talking about my daughter? And you're speaking of her in such a derogatory manner? I'm sorry, but I don't mince words. It's the truth. Please, keep my family out of your mouth. Do not ever say anything about my daughter to anyone, especially not to me. My daughter may be sick now, but she can still recover. No matter what her life turns out to be, she'll remain my child, and with her, I'm not childless. Okay. Calm down. You make it seem like what I said is not true, when we both know that it's the absolute truth. My daughter has a chance at recovery. So please, keep your truth to yourself. Oh. Now, I remember. I didn't know she was deeply hurt by that. But I was saying the truth.
Do you think those were the right words she needed to hear at that point in her life? She was faced with a very difficult situation. All you should have done was encourage her and strengthen her. You should build others up with your words, and not tear them down, especially when they're going through challenging times.
That is true. Now I feel terrible for what I did.
Do you know that her daughter eventually recovered? She's back on her feet, and is able to do almost everything, including going to school.
Really? That's a miracle. I never believed that anyone can recover from cerebral malaria. She's the first I've seen. Wow. That's great news.
Yes, it is. But, now that you've pondered on your relationship with Rebecca, Elizabeth, and your auntie, what do you intend to do with that?
I have to go back to each of them. Now that I'm faced with this issue, I cannot imagine what I must have put them through. I'll go and ask for their forgiveness. I hope they'll accept my apologies. Good morning, doctor. I've been able to get the amount needed for my son's weekly treatment.
That's awesome. We've been monitoring him closely for the past 4 days, and now I can safely conclude that the weekly treatments will no longer be needed, because his chart has shown significant improvement. He doesn't manifest any symptoms, and is generally stable now.
Are you serious? You mean, my son is now healthy?
Yes, he is. He'll be discharged to go home tomorrow.
This is exactly what I've been praying for. I cannot wait to welcome him back home.
He'll be with you shortly.
Stephanie, how are you doing?
I'm fine, ma'am. We've been waiting for you for over 3 weeks, but you didn't show up. When is the court coming to take over the property?
Sorry that I kept you in the dark concerning the court case. The verdict was ruled in my favor, which means I didn't have to hand the property over anymore, although this didn't automatically mean that I was forfeiting the house to you.
That's a relief. Even though we're leaving, I'm happy to know that the house is still in your possession. Not that it was forcefully taken from you. I've been looking for a smaller place to move to, but the apartment I found is not moving ready. If it's not too much to ask, could you please give me 1 more week to put the place in order?
That may not be necessary. Over the past 1 week, I critically thought about your family and this house. So I came to a conclusion. This time, I'll officially sign the property to you as a token of my respect to your late husband.
Wait. Are you saying that we don't have to leave anymore?
Well, the house is now officially and legally yours. There is no need to leave.
Thank you so much. This means the world to me. I can't even capture my gratitude in words. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome. Can I come in and have a seat while I hand over the documents?
Sure, please, come in.
Stephanie, how has it been with you?
I've been doing good, and my son has fully recovered. Although I've missed working here.
Were you surprised to receive a call from me?
Honestly, I was surprised, and a little tense to know what it was about. But after I received the mail, I became relieved and excited.
I considered how good you are at what you do, and your effort in going the extra mile, to ensure that we didn't lose our client. So I thought that it was right to reinstate you to your position with a little raise.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to be back.
As we've agreed, you'll resume on Monday.
Thank you. I was at the verge of losing everything. Even the people I thought were destined to be my helpers rejected me. But with a little prayer and reflection, I realized that I had closed the door of my success with my words, by being offensive. By true repentance and pleading for mercy, I was liberated. Sometimes, you shut the door to your destiny helpers by taking the wrong action. When you find yourself facing such obstacles, cry out to God for mercy, and He'll direct you on the right path to take. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification to be informed whenever we upload a new video. Also like, share, and comment on this video. Thanks for watching. We're grateful for your constant support. See you in the next one. God bless you.